All stories uploaded by Epic Yarn are works of fiction submitted by various contributors and subscribers. These narratives are crafted for entertainment and storytelling purposes, with no claims of factual accuracy or real-world events. Additionally, the images accompanying each story are generated using AI technology, designed to visually enhance the storytelling experience.
The chandeliers in the grand ballroom of the Harrington Hotel dripped crystal light onto polished marble, reflecting a sea of tailored suits and shimmering gowns. Liam, however, felt only the weight of it all. Each clink of champagne glasses, every murmured "delighted to see you," was another stitch in the suffocating tapestry of his family's political legacy. He was 25, heir apparent to the Carlyle dynasty, and currently playing the role of the dutiful son at his mother Eleanor's annual charity gala. Eleanor, a woman carved from granite and grace, moved through the crowd with the effortless command of a queen. Her smile, perfected over decades of public life, never quite reached her eyes. She paused beside Liam, her hand alight, possessive weight on his arm. "Darling, you look distracted. The senator was just asking about your plans for the upcoming campaign." Liam forced a smile, the muscles in his face aching. "Just admiring the turnout, Mother. It's truly magnificent." He glanced around, seeking an escape, a breath of air that wasn't perfumed with ambition and expectation. His gaze snagged on the massive arched windows, revealing the city lights twinkling like scattered diamonds. Somewhere out there, life was happening, unscripted and raw. Later, feigning a need for fresh air, Liam slipped away from the polite chatter. He found himself wandering down a less traveled street, the hum of the city a welcome cacophony after the ballroom's hushed formality. A vibrant splash of color caught his eye, a mural, still wet, blooming across a brick wall in an unexpected alleyway. And there, amidst the spray cans and scattered paint, was Noah. Noah was a stark contrast to the monochrome world Liam had just left. His dark hair, slightly longer and artfully disheveled, framed a face alive with concentration. He wore paint-splattered jeans and a worn band t-shirt, completely absorbed in his work. As Liam watched, Noah stepped back, assessing a sweeping stroke of cerulean. He moved with an easy, unself-conscious grace, a rhythm that seemed to emanate from his very core. Liam felt an unfamiliar pull, a curiosity that transcended polite interest. He found himself drawn closer, the scent of fresh paint and something indefinable, freedom, perhaps, filling the air. Noah, sensing his presence, looked up, his eyes, the color of warm earth, meeting Liam's. There was no judgment, no pretense, just a direct, open gaze that disarmed Liam instantly. "Like it?" Noah asked, a faint smudge of blue on his cheek. His voice was low, with a slight, melodic rasp. Liam found his voice. "It's incredible. It's so alive." He gestured to the mural, a fantastical cityscape bursting with unexpected flora and fauna. "It's like you've captured a different world." Noah grinned, and it was a genuine, unburdened expression. "That's the idea. There's more to life than what they show you on the news, right?" He winked, and Liam felt a strange lightness in his chest. They talked for what felt like minutes, but the streetlights had begun to hum, and the distant sirens of the city offered a different kind of soundtrack. Noah spoke of his art, his dreams of transforming forgotten spaces, his belief in beauty found in unexpected corners. Liam, surprisingly, found himself opening up, sharing fragments of his own stifled aspirations, the quiet yearning for something real. Their conversation flowed easily, punctuated by Noah's occasional, playful challenges and Liam's rare, genuine laughter. Noah offered him a spray can, inviting him to add a small detail to the mural. Hesitantly, Liam took it, his hand trembling slightly as he added a tiny, almost hidden star to the painted sky. It felt like a secret shared, a small act of rebellion. As the night deepened, a chill crept into the air, and Liam knew he had to return to his gilded cage. "I should go," he said, the words heavy. "Thank you. For this." Noah simply nodded, his eyes holding a knowing warmth. "Anytime, star painter." Liam walked back towards the hotel, the grand ballroom now feeling even more distant, more artificial. The scent of paint still clung to his clothes, a quiet reminder of the vibrant world he'd just glimpsed. He knew he wanted to see Noah again, desperately. But the next morning, Eleanor's voice, crisp and sharp, cut through his thoughts. "Liam, darling, I've arranged a dinner with the Hastings. Their daughter, Clara, is simply delightful, and her father's influence would be invaluable for your future." The walls of his world, he realized, were closing in faster than he'd anticipated. His hands, it seemed, were already tied. Despite Eleanor's carefully laid plans and the suffocating pressure of his family, Liam found himself drawn back to Noah's world. Their clandestine meetings became the only true breaths Liam took. They met in the quiet hours after dark, in forgotten corners of the city that Noah had transformed with his art, or in the secluded, paint-splattered sanctuary of Noah's studio apartment. Each stolen moment was a revelation, a late-night diner coffee shared, a hushed conversation under a bridge adorned with Noah's vibrant tags, or simply sitting in comfortable silence as Noah worked on a new piece, Liam watching, mesmerized. In Noah's presence, Liam shed the layers of expectation. He talked about his fears, his longing for a life beyond politics, the crushing weight of his family's name. Noah listened, truly listened, without judgment, offering not solutions but understanding. He showed Liam how to see the beauty in the overlooked, the rebellion in a single brushstroke, the power in living authentically. One rainy evening, curled on a worn sofa in Noah's studio, the city lights blurring outside the window, Liam confessed the depth of his anxiety. "It feels impossible, Noah. Like everything is set against us. My mother, the family, the whole world they live in. They'd never understand." Noah turned, his hand finding Liam's, his thumb tracing slow circles on Liam's knuckles. "They don't have to understand, Liam. We do." He picked up his old, chipped guitar, strumming a gentle, melancholic chord. "I've been thinking about this. About us. About how we find our way when there's no map." His eyes, warm and steady, met Liam's. "Listen." Noah began to sing, his voice soft at first, weaving through the quiet room. It was the melody of our own horizon, the words slowly taking shape, a raw, honest expression of their shared struggle and burgeoning hope. Noah, singing softly, "They say the lines are drawn, the map is set in stone, whispers follow me, you'll walk this road alone, but when your hand finds mine, the world just fades away and I forget the rules they try so hard to lay." Liam listened, captivated. The lyrics resonated with a profound truth he hadn't dared to voice. Noah's gaze invited him in, encouraged him. Hesitantly, Liam joined him, his voice, usually reserved for formal speeches, finding a new, vulnerable timbre. "Liam, joining in, I see the fear in your eyes, the shadows that they cast, but darling, look at us, this feeling's built to last." Their voices intertwined, a fragile harmony in the quiet studio. As they reached the chorus, a newfound strength surged through them both, a defiant promise whispered into the dim light. Both, building in power, so let them doubt, let them stare, let the old world slowly fade, we'll paint our own horizon, in the colors we have made. No compass points the way, no stars predict the rise, just you and I, creating light, beneath these brand new skies. Yeah, we'll build our own horizon, together. It was their song, their secret anthem. In that moment, the impossible felt a little less so. However, their stolen moments grew riskier. Liam's absences became harder to explain. Eleanor, with her politician's keen eye for detail, noticed the subtle shifts in Liam's demeanor, the new light in his eyes, the faint scent of paint that sometimes clung to his clothes, his increasing evasiveness about his evenings. She began to ask pointed questions, her casual inquiries masking a sharp, investigative edge. One evening, after a particularly tense dinner with the Hastings where Liam had struggled to maintain a polite facade, Eleanor cornered him. "Liam," she began, her voice deceptively soft, "you seem preoccupied. Is there something you wish to tell me?" Her gaze was unwavering, piercing. Liam felt the familiar choke of fear, the walls of his gilded cage pressing in. He knew, with a chilling certainty, that their secret was not as safe as he had hoped. The stakes were rising, and the fragile horizon they were painting together felt suddenly vulnerable to the encroaching storm. The stone broke with a single, devastating headline. A grainy, long-lens photo of Liam and Noah, caught in a rare moment of unguarded affection outside Noah's studio, splashed across the front page of the city's most notorious gossip tabloid. The accompanying article, thinly veiled with outrage, hinted at scandal, betrayal, and a shocking lifestyle for the heir to the Carlyle name. The fallout was immediate and brutal. Liam's phone rang incessantly with calls from frantic campaign managers, bewildered family members, and a furious Eleanor. He arrived home to a scene of controlled chaos. Eleanor, pale but rigid, stood in the grand foyer, flanked by a team of lawyers and PR consultants. Her eyes, when they met Liam's, were colder than he had ever seen them. "Explain yourself, Liam," she commanded, her voice a low, dangerous whisper. "This is a disgrace. Our entire legacy, jeopardized by this indiscretion." She gestured vaguely at the newspaper clutched in a consultant's hand. Liam felt a familiar wave of dread, but beneath it, something new stirred, a quiet resolve. He looked at the faces around him, the judgment, the fear of their carefully constructed world crumbling. "There's nothing to explain, Mother," he said, his voice steady despite the tremor in his hands. "Noah isn't an indiscretion. He's the man I love." Eleanor recoiled as if struck. "Love? This is not love, Liam. This is a reckless defiance of everything we stand for. You will end this, immediately. Publicly. Or you will lose everything." Her threat hung in the air, heavy with the weight of generations. Meanwhile, Noah's world was also rocked. His small art community, usually a haven, was suddenly infiltrated by reporters and curious onlookers. His landlord, pressured by anonymous calls, threatened eviction. The freedom he cherished felt under siege. He saw the headlines, the venomous comments online, and a part of him wanted to retreat, to protect Liam from the inevitable ruin. But then, Liam called. His voice, though strained, held a new strength. "Noah, I'm not backing down. Not this time. I can't. Not from you." That evening, a local LGBTQ+ community center, a place Noah had often contributed art to, hastily organized a solidarity event. It was a small gathering, but the air buzzed with a quiet defiance. Noah, initially hesitant, agreed to perform. As he stepped onto the makeshift stage, a hush fell over the crowd. He looked out at the familiar, supportive faces, and then, his eyes widened. Standing at the back, having slipped past security and his mother's watchful eye, was Liam. He wasn't in a suit, but a simple dark jacket, his hair slightly disheveled from the dash across town. His gaze met Noah's, and in that moment, all the fear, all the societal pressure, seemed to dissipate. It was just them. Noah began to strum his guitar, the opening chords of Our Own Horizon filling the room. His voice, usually so confident, trembled slightly, but then Liam started to walk forward, slowly, purposefully, until he stood beside Noah on the small stage. He took the microphone Noah offered, and their hands brushed, a jolt of electricity passing between them. "Liam," his voice clear and strong, "they say the lines are drawn, the map is set in stone." Noah, joining, a wave of relief washing over him, whispers, "Follow me, you'll walk this road alone." Their duet soared, no longer a secret promise, but a public declaration. Every word was imbued with the journey they had taken, the battles they had fought, the love that had grown stronger with every challenge. Both, their voices intertwining, powerful and resonant. "So let them doubt, let them stare, let the old world slowly fade. We'll paint our own horizon, in the colors we have made. No compass points the way, no stars predict the rise, just you and I, creating light, beneath these brand new skies. Yeah, we'll build our own horizon, together." The room erupted in applause, not just for the music, but for the courage, for the defiant hope. Liam, for the first time, felt truly free. He had lost the immediate path his family had laid out, perhaps even some of their financial support, but he had gained something infinitely more valuable, himself, and Noah. The future wouldn't be easy. The headlines would continue, Eleanor's disapproval would linger, and the political world would likely close its doors to him. But as Liam and Noah stood there, hand in hand, bathed in the warm glow of the community's acceptance, they knew they had taken the first, crucial step. They were no longer bound by what was written in the stars for them. They were painting their own. Their horizon, though still distant, was finally visible, vibrant, and entirely their own. Years later, the grand ballroom of the Harrington Hotel still hosted galas, but Liam Carlyle was rarely among the attendees. His name, once synonymous with political aspirations, now graced a different kind of headline: Liam Carlyle, advocate for the arts and inclusivity. The initial scandal had faded, replaced by a quiet respect for his unwavering commitment to his truth. Liam and Noah's life together wasn't a fairy tale, but it was real, vibrant, and fiercely their own. Noah's studio, once a clandestine meeting spot, had expanded into a thriving community art space, a hub for emerging artists and a safe haven for those who felt unseen. Liam, no longer confined by his family's expectations, had found his own calling. He used his innate organizational skills and his understanding of systemic structures to secure funding and support for LGBTQ+ youth programs and arts initiatives, often working alongside Noah. He learned to navigate the bureaucratic maze not for power, but for purpose. Eleanor remained distant, her pride a formidable wall. There were no grand reconciliations, no tearful embraces. But sometimes, a discreet, anonymous donation would arrive at one of Liam's charities, or a small, antique piece from his childhood room would appear on his doorstep. Liam knew, in his heart, that even if she couldn't openly accept his path, a part of her still loved him, in her own rigid way. Their apartment, a sun-drenched space overlooking a park, was a testament to their shared life. One wall was a constantly evolving canvas, a collaborative mural where Liam would add abstract strokes of color and Noah would weave in intricate figures and designs. It was their visual diary, a testament to our own horizon. One crisp autumn evening, as they sat on their balcony, watching the city lights come alive, Noah leaned his head on Liam's shoulder. "Remember that night in the studio?" he murmured, a smile in his voice. "When we first sang it." Liam chuckled, pulling Noah closer. "I remember thinking my entire world was about to collapse." "And it did," Noah said, looking up at him, his eyes twinkling. "But then we built a better one, didn't we?" Liam kissed the top of Noah's head, his gaze sweeping across the vast, illuminated cityscape. It wasn't the horizon he had been told to chase, but it was infinitely more beautiful. It was a horizon they had painted themselves, stroke by vibrant stroke, together. And it was just beginning.